Welcome back to AI, Signal, and Noise. It is Thursday, and oh my gosh, we have some of the wildest stories today. I'm Taylor, and I'm so excited for this episode.
And I'm Morgan. Wild is definitely the word today, Taylor. From virtual goats doing math to public skepticism, we're cutting through the hype to see what's real.
Oh, totally. We're talking real-world robots, life science benchmarks, and literally goats, like video game goats. I am not even joking. It is so cool. Let's just dive right in.
I can't wait to hear how goats fit into AI research. Lead the way, Taylor, because I am highly skeptical of this one.
Okay, so this Microsoft researcher built an actual working neural network inside Age of Empires 2 using goats, bridges, and ice ramps. It is absolutely genius.
Wait, what? Goats? Like the little farm animals in a 20-year-old strategy game? How on earth does that even work?
Yes, he used the map editor. The goats wander around and their paths simulate logic gates. It actually computes things like addition. It's so incredibly cool, dude.
Okay, that sounds like a fun weekend project, but what is the actual point? Is this just a researcher with too much free time, or is there a real lesson?
It's actually a huge critique of AI science. He analyzed 315 research papers and found more than half assume language models have human traits before testing.
Anthropomorphism. We see this constantly in the industry. If you replaced a chat box with wandering goats, the math is identical, but the illusion of consciousness completely vanishes.
Exactly. The goats show it's just pathfinding and logic. It doesn't mean the goat network understands anything, even if it gets the right answer in the end.
It's a brilliant reality check. It proves we are often measuring emergent behavior that we've practically programmed in, rather than actual human-like intelligence.
Right? Like, if a goat hits a switch, we don't say the goat knows calculus. It's just a great way to look at the math without the sci-fi hype.
Definitely. We need more of this grounding in the community. What else did the researcher say about how we evaluate these models?
Well, he basically said we're testing them like they are humans, which is a huge mistake. We need to test them like the complex systems they actually are.
I completely agree. If we keep treating them like magic black boxes with feelings, we will never actually understand how to make them safe or reliable.
Totally. It really makes you rethink all those flashy AI benchmarks we see every single week, you know?
Speaking of how people perceive this stuff, that leads us perfectly into some pretty telling statistics about public trust.
Oh, totally. A new Pew Research study just dropped, and dude, the numbers are absolutely wild. People are really not buying the AI hype train right now.
I saw that. Only 16% of Americans think AI will have a positive impact on society. That is incredibly low, especially given the billions being invested.
Right? Only 16%. Like, Wall Street is going completely bananas over AI, but regular people are just like, no thanks, we are good.
Well, can you blame them? People are worried about their jobs, misinformation, and frankly, the general weirdness of how fast this is moving without public consent.
Totally, but I wonder if it's just fear of the unknown. Like, once people use it more in their daily lives, won't they start to like it?
Actually, the study suggests the opposite. The more people hear about AI, the more anxious they seem to get about its integration into daily life.
That is so wild to me. I use it every day and it saves me so much time. But I guess if you're worried about losing your livelihood.
Exactly. It's easy for tech enthusiasts to forget that for many, AI represents disruption and uncertainty, not just a cool productivity shortcut or a fun toy.
True, and the tech companies aren't really helping when they keep pushing things people didn't ask for, like AI in search or writing in Google Docs.
Right, like those Gemini pop-ups in Google Docs that everyone is trying to turn off. It feels forced rather than helpful, which breeds resentment.
Oh, totally. But seriously, if 16% is the ceiling right now, tech giants have a massive public relations problem on their hands. They need to listen.
They absolutely do. Building trust is much harder than building a larger language model. And right now, they are failing at the trust part.
Yeah, they really need to show real-world benefits. What else did the Pew study say about specific concerns?
Well, a huge majority are concerned about privacy and how their data is being used to train these models without their permission.
Oh man, that is a huge one. No one wants their private documents or photos used to train some giant corporate AI model.
Exactly. Until they address these fundamental issues of consent and safety, that 16% number is not going to go up.
Yeah, they really need to show real-world benefits. Speaking of actual scientific utility, OpenAI just released something that might actually help measure real progress.
Ah, you're talking about LifeSciBench. This is actually a really rigorous benchmark for evaluating AI in real life science research, which is a great step.
Yes, it has 750 tasks across 7 biological domains, and it was built by over 170 PhDs. That is crazy.
That is impressive. They created 19,000 rubric criteria. This isn't just multiple choice. They are grading actual scientific reasoning and decision-making capabilities.
Dude, and the results are crazy. The absolute best model, GPT Rosalind, only passed 36% of the tasks. That is a failing grade in school.
Only 36%? Wow, that really shows how much headroom there is. These frontier models still struggle with complex, multi-step scientific workflows.
Right? It can't just memorize textbook facts. It has to make operational calls and handle actual experimental artifacts. It's really tough stuff.
This is what we need. Real benchmarks designed by experts, not just standardized school tests where models can easily cheat by memorizing training data.
Exactly. It shows that while AI is super helpful, we are still a long way from an AI doing actual independent scientific discovery.
Yes, and it highlights that GPT Rosalind is specialized but still highly limited. It's a tool for scientists, not a replacement for them.
Totally. But imagine when that score goes from 36% to 80%. That is going to change medicine and biology forever.
Perhaps, but let's see how long that takes. It's a steep hill to climb when you're dealing with real-world biological complexity.
True, but I love that they are actually testing for things like reasoning instead of just memory. It makes the results way more believable.
Definitely. It prevents the model from just looking up the answer. It has to actually think through the steps of the experiment.
Exactly. And speaking of complex real-world stuff, check out what Nvidia is doing with robots teaching themselves in the physical world. So Nvidia, Carnegie Mellon, and Berkeley teamed up. They are using AI coding agents to teach physical robots how to grasp tricky objects. It's wild.
Wait, AI coding agents? So the AI is writing the code to train the robot's physical movements? That sounds like Inception or something.
Yes, it's wild. The coding agent writes reward functions in simulation, and then they transfer that learning to a fleet of 8 real robots.
And how did they do? Grasping random irregular objects in the real world is historically incredibly difficult for robots because of physics.
Dude, they hit up to a 99% success rate on really tricky dexterous tasks. It is absolutely mind-blowing how good it is.
99% is huge. Usually, transferring skills from simulation to the messy real world is where these systems completely fall apart.
Right? But because the AI agent can iterate and write better training code faster than humans, it bridges that gap perfectly. It's genius.
That is actually a very practical use of AI, using LLMs to write the low-level reward code that human engineers find tedious to optimize.
Exactly. It's like the robots are getting their own personal super fast coding tutors to teach them how to move in the real world.
It definitely points to a future where robots can adapt to new tasks on the fly without needing engineers to constantly reprogram them.
Yes. Imagine a warehouse robot that just figures out how to pick up a weirdly shaped box all on its own. So cool, right?
It's impressive, but we still have to watch out for edge cases. Real-world environments are infinitely more chaotic than simulations.
Oh, totally. A stray piece of plastic or a weird shadow could throw it off, but they are testing it in the real world.
True, and the 99% success rate across 8 different robots suggests it's remarkably robust. I'm actually impressed by this one.
Right? I'd say the robot future is coming faster than we think, Morgan. It is going to be absolutely wild to see what they do next.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Some fascinating reality checks mixed with incredible progress.
Oh, absolutely. Goats, skeptical humans, life science benchmarks, and self-training robots. What a day! I need a nap after all this brain power.
Me too. That is it for today. We will be back tomorrow with more AI news.